Is inconsistent employee handbook enforcement legal? Imagine showing up to work and finding that your boss enforces certain rules one day but ignores them the next. It can be confusing and unfair. So, is this kind of inconsistent enforcement legal? Well, the answer is not straightforward. An employee handbook is a document that explains workplace policies, rules, and expectations. It helps both employees and managers understand what is expected. When policies are enforced fairly and the same way for everyone, it creates a sense of trust and fairness. But when enforcement varies, problems can arise. Inconsistent enforcement means some employees are disciplined for the same behavior others are allowed to get away with, or policies are applied differently depending on who is involved. This can happen intentionally or by accident. While it is not automatically illegal to enforce policies unevenly, it can lead to legal issues. For example, if an employee is disciplined for misconduct but a coworker with similar behavior is not, and the employee belongs to a protected group like a certain race or gender, it could be seen as discrimination. Courts and government agencies look closely at whether an employer is applying rules consistently. If they find unfair treatment, the employer might face legal claims for discrimination or wrongful termination. Another concern is if the employee handbook has vague or conflicting language. If the rules are unclear or if enforcement does not match what is written, it can create implied contracts. This means employees might expect certain protections or rights that the employer cannot easily change. To avoid legal trouble, employers should write clear policies in the handbook. They should train managers to enforce rules fairly and consistently. Regularly reviewing and updating the handbook helps ensure policies stay current with laws. When disciplinary actions are taken, they should be documented and applied equally. If accommodations are needed for disabilities or religious practices, these should be handled carefully and documented to prevent claims of unfair treatment. While inconsistent enforcement is not automatically illegal, it greatly increases the risk of lawsuits and government investigations. Consistency and fairness in applying policies help protect employers and keep the workplace fair for everyone.